Pastor Jamal Bryant is finally pulling back the curtain on his past, and his confessions are heavy. He openly admitted that during his marriage to Gizelle Bryant, he was a narcissist. He acknowledged that he was so self-absorbed, so focused on himself, that he failed to recognize the pain he was causing within his family.
Basically, you had infidelity.
Yes.
So with that being said, in marriage, period.
Yes.
What is that when you're in front of people?
Yeah.
You also got in a home.
Yes.
But you are able, people be wondering, as a woman, how do men find the time to do all that? You out here ministering, you got, family, but you still had time to do that. How did you manage? Like, how were you managing all those things and keeping your sanity?
Yeah, well, there are two assumptions there. One is sanity. The two is management. Poverty is not always money. Poverty is the mismanagement of time. And so people make priority what should be secondary. You have to be very careful on the different forms of narcissism. Narcissism is a fancy word for selfish. That all I see is me. All I care about is me. All I'm concerned about me. So I wasn't thinking on how this affect my daughter, how would this affect my marriage, how this affect my ministry. It was just, what will this do for me? John Adams, one of my dad's mentors, said to him, and my father repeated to me, money makes you more of who you are broke. Money just gives you more opportunity to be who you are broke. And so I had to really manage where it is that I was in my development in my character. People who say money won't change you never had any.
I agree. So this is my question.
Yeah.
And this is just a man question.
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, you're not the only lady that's been through it.
Yeah.
But when you found out that whoever your child's mother was pregnant,
yes,
what went through your head? What did you think? Like, did you think you was gonna try to manage that secretly? Like, what did you think you were gonna do?
I think that people really don't deal with the reality of thoughts of suicide.
You thought about that?
Oh yeah, because I didn't know life as an alternative. And one of the greatest barriers that people have to contend with is the tattoo of shame. So there are things, Candy, that you can go through, or I can go through in privacy. There's a whole nother arena in public space. So I'm going through this divorce. I'll never forget, I was in Fort Lauderdale going through TSA, and a TSA agent said to me, I heard about the baby, keep your head up. Keep my head up. No, seriously, and it's in those. You don't want to be encouraged.
Yeah.
You don't want to be supported from a stranger. So I felt like the walls were coming in, and I didn't have anywhere to go. There are certain things in public space that you can go through, I can go through, and in those moments, Candy, you have to look at the phone and see who can you call that you can identify with. Yeah.
So who did you call?
I don't even remember. I don't remember. But it's in those moments where you go through seasons where you can pray for other people but not pray for yourself. Is in those moments where you can go through the motions of church because you really have disconnected with Christ.
For someone who stood in the pulpit guiding others, this revelation hits differently. Jamal didn't just stop there. He went deeper and revealed that when the news of his mistress's pregnancy came out, it broke him completely. The scandal was already public, but the personal fallout took him to a dark place where he battled suicidal thoughts. He said he didn't even realize life was an alternative at that moment, showing just how far the situation pushed him mentally and emotionally. What makes this so striking is the contrast. Here was a pastor, a public figure teaching others how to navigate their lives, Yet behind closed doors, he was falling apart. It highlights the reality that even spiritual leaders can carry deep struggles that clash with the image they present. By owning his past mistakes and speaking out about his mental health struggles, Jamal Bryant forces an uncomfortable but necessary conversation about ego, infidelity, and the cost of hiding behind a public image. For Gizelle Bryant, it was more than a sermon, it was her reality, her marriage, and her pain. For Jamal, this confession isn't about saving face, but about exposing the brokenness he lived through and how it shaped him. This moment on Speak On It with Candy shows how truth, no matter how ugly, can sometimes be the only way forward.